Hey there, and welcome to my Camino on a treadmill. Day 59. Coming to you from Galway, Ireland, retracing my Camino steps and following the video of BK Lee from Korea, who videoed the whole Camino France in a couple of years ago. About 2 years ago, I think. I did mine in September 2018, I think. Camino France starts in Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port and continues, goes over the Pyrenees and all the way to Santiago de Compostela, which is 500 miles, 800 kilometers. That's not 500 miles plus 800 kilometers, obviously, because that would be a really stupid way to do things, to announce things. Although I don't know how they managed in the old days with pounds, shilling, pence. It'd be something like that. Far too unnecessarily complicated. There's Peregrinos here ahead of us in the video, stopping. We're about to overtake. Hola. Buen Camino. Buen Camino. So let's get my speed up here. We're somewhere between Rabe de la Calzadas and Hornillos del Camino. Sounds a little rude. I think there was more than one place called Hornillos. Stop it now. So, today's day 59. I'll do day 60 tomorrow and then over the weekend prepare. I've a lot on the weekend. I've got my... probably have my folks for dinner Saturday, getting my my coronavirus vaccination on Sunday, which is also my birthday. Ain't that nice? Good birthday present. Getting the old Pfizer BioNTech jab. I think the EU bought a load of those. That's the best one out there, unless you're an anti-vaxxer. Better than Sputnik, I think, or the Chinese one, from what I hear. Anyway, so that'll be that. My writing is going, thank you for asking. It's going so-so. It's going, it's not like not going. Still tired, I'm off caffeine. I'm technically off it. I'm still tapering as in down to almost nothing, so I'm pretty much off it. It's out of my system, really. I've been recycling a tea bag for the last 3 or 4 days because that's the final stage of the taper, that's what I do. So I could use it tomorrow, it would just be like coloured water, but psychologically good. So far so fascinating, eh? BK has stopped. Has he? No. He's moving a bit. So, yeah, missed a couple of days. Basically, I was meant to be going live today. Today is Thursday. I'm going to be going live in the end Monday, 24th of May at 1 p.m. Irish time. That's 8 a.m. Eastern time. And yeah, I decided just to get 60 episodes done, and we'll call this season 1. Will be my first 60 days. Season 2 then, there's 102 days left. Let's see how it'll go, but gonna aim to do 60 days of live interactive. We'll see. I mean, if it sucks, I'll stop, but I mean, I feel it has to be more interesting to other people than this. Some people like this, but many people I know on the click-through on YouTube, I don't get many people following, they watch a couple of minutes, but I'm hoping on the podcast I get a bit more, but I'm certainly not getting massive downloads. Let's not even get into it. I'm not telling you the numbers. Like Netflix, I keep my numbers to myself, but for a different reason, perhaps, than Netflix. So... I had a little incident with my car a couple of weeks ago or less. About a couple of weeks ago, I think. And I was backing out, didn't see a parked taxi. I saw him actually a little too late and braked. By the time I hit him, I was already coming to a stop. When I say hit, it was not in any way a major incident. My bumper has a small crack in it, and his door, well, he was showing me a dent. I don't know if I caused it, but either way, I was totally in the wrong. But he's now claiming injuries, which won't, come out of my pocket, but it will put the two insurance companies have to do an investigation. It'll have to be a fight between the two of them over it. I mean, it's total bullshit, to be honest, but if that's how he wants to live his life. He was doing it, he got out of the car and was actually doing this whole, oh, I'm shaking routine. Not very well acted. I kind of thought he's putting that on, but it's only afterwards I'm talking to other people. Well, when I heard he was doing the injuries, I was like, oh, if you're talking to other people, he'd be going for psychological injuries, which, like, there's no way, I don't think he couldn't claim physical from what happened. It was that minor. Anyway, they look at my car, they'll look at his, and we'll see what happens. The main thing is nobody got hurt, as in, he might be pretending to be hurt, but no, really, trust me. I'm the first to blame myself, often even when I'm not in the wrong. It's a bad habit of mine, but I'm telling you, in this case, I was in the wrong, but there's no way, it's minor. Small crack in my bumper. Small dent on his car. There should not be injuries involved here at all. He's been living in Ireland too long, so all I can say we're known for it here. So I'm certainly not blaming it on him being an outsider, because plenty of that going on here in Ireland, apparently north and south. But in the north, or the UK anyway, they have a much better system. They've set amounts they pay out for certain injuries, and over here it's sky's the limit. So anyway, I won't bore you with that. It's on my mind a little bit, but I just filled out the forms accurately that the investigators see. I didn't take a picture of his car door. If he did any further damage to it, he'll get caught. But I'd say he knows what he's at. I'd say straight away he was like, okay, psychological angle. Okay. I'm not going to hold any ill will towards him. I had full bonus protection, thanks be to God. But there'll still be some loading on my premium, and I won't be able to switch provider. I've been playing hardball with my provider for the last while. Always saying I'm going to shop around. Harder to do now because you can't. The no claims bonus is no use. Why am I talking about that? Because I need to talk about something and it's on my mind. But we are now on our own on the road from Galway de la Calzadas to Hornias del Camino. Sort of narrow, like a narrow Irish country road. Bog road, maybe, yeah. Except for it's not boggy, it's dry and it's dry clay on each side of it. On this screen, sometimes I can't tell if it's ploughed clay or if it's dried out grass. A nice blue sky. So yeah, going live officially on Monday. It was meant to be today. Oh, Clubhouse, my God. Interesting developments there. I mean, this is probably, well, I think this has already hit the New York Times now, but there's a room in Clubhouse that popped up I think it's over 3 days now. And I caught it, I don't know, it may be late into the first day or something. It's been going the last few days. And I've been listening to it the last couple of days. I left it on overnight last night, woke up to it again this morning, but it's Israelis and Palestinians talking. And the most I saw in the room at one go was 1,200. Now obviously only a certain amount are up on stage to talk, and if people disrupt, they mute their mics. And it's moderated by, from what I can see, a mixture of Israelis and Palestinians. The moderators are really good, and they shut down any propaganda or any undue blame They want people to just relate their experiences. It's extraordinary to listen to. And I heard one woman on live from Gaza. There's quite a few on who used to live in Gaza. There's basically Palestinian and Israelis, Palestinians and Israelis, either in their homeland or the diaspora from around the world. And extraordinary listening. Ooh. My God, you can just see the pain on both sides. But yeah, you know what? I won't get into the politics actually. I heard on Clubhouse actually, someone announced live that a ceasefire has been agreed. So, and they're hoping to keep the room going and get politicians into it. I don't know. Once politicians get in, well, could be interesting. Do you realise that they have a lot in common? There's definitely disproportionate suffering going on, one would say objectively, but they have a lot in common, and one can understand the side who are inflicting the disproportionate suffering. Well, not that it's their government are doing it, but let's face it, Jewish people I think, are definitely traumatized by the Holocaust, even the ones who didn't experience it. And it's hard for me to imagine that, not being Jewish, but it makes them fearful. So that's a factor that I've heard a lot about. And but it's absolutely the politicians who screw things up and inflame things. Okay, enough politics. It is fascinating though, I have to say, because there was a lot of crap on Clubhouse. Some good things, and this is just extraordinary. It's quite unique. There's never been anything quite like this, I think. So I will be listening to it again tonight. We're catching up actually here with the Peregrino, with the pilgrim. And he's wearing all black, that's unusual. Mind you, I was wearing kind of dark grey, come to think of it. I was covered from head to toe. Sort of long walking pants. You know, the kinds you can unzip at the bottom. And we're overtaken nearly. Buen Camino. Silence. Silence descends. Yeah, there's kind of dried grass or hay or corn, God, whatever it is. It's yellowy, browny on the right. Reminded me for a second of North by Northwest. That was actually massive flat cornfields. Nothing at all like it, really. Cary Grant running through the cornfields, ducking from the plane that's trying to, it's like a spray plane or whatever they call it, trying to hit him. But yeah, I was in another room in Clubhouse a couple of nights ago and got talking about movies, and I said, am I the only one who hates Joker? Most of them liked it, and then this guy was defending it and saying, hey, you know, it's not DC. I don't give a damn about all this DC and Marvel verse, all this nonsense. But it's not a DC movie, but it's a good movie, and it's mental health, which is close to my heart, you know, it represents that in a way people can understand, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, fair enough. I said, mental health is close to my heart too, and I talked about Pi, Darren Aronofsky's film, dealing with similar issues, but a way better film. Talked to my friend Kieran about that the other day too. What a debut film. Aronofsky was down to direct one of the Batmans, got sacked. Was that the one that Christopher Nolan took over? I'm not sure. Oh, The Wrestler is amazing though. But I mentioned some film from the 70s or 80s. I really can't remember. But the guy said, oh, haven't seen any films from the 80s. And someone said, what age are you? He said, 31. I'm like, I've seen, okay, I'm 49, but I didn't say it there. I just realized, you know, I'm in the wrong room to say this, but I've seen films from 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, you know, etc. From the dawn of cinema. But then again, I'm particularly interested in films that I suppose used to be more than I am now. I wish I was as well read as I was, versed in cinema. Although that said, there's a lot of cinema I haven't seen, and totally out of touch with the kind of art house stuff now. But basically, I was in a room where people just watch movies from their time and watch mainstream movies. And they're into things like the DC universe, or whatever they call it, the Marvel verse or whatever. Okay. Each to their own. I'm kind of with Scorsese on that one. It's an unpopular opinion. That's what passes for high art nowadays. What can you do? The dumbing of the masses. It's the kind of thing Karl Marx would talk about, I guess, but the dumbing of the masses by capitalism. But I mean, I would not like to live in the Soviet Union, that's for sure. I did live in the former Soviet Union, but, or East Germany or something, God no. I don't have the answers. I just know when I hear socialists talking about, in a socialist, utopia, where all people will be educated and like good things, that's dangerous talk. That said, on the other hand, we live in a neoliberal, certainly not utopia, dystopia of sorts. It's not totally imperfect though. And the only mythology people will know about soon is Star Wars, the Marvelverse, and the DC universe, or whatever they call it. Hola! Buen Camino. We overtook another Korean person. They're having a chat. Here comes another gentleman towards us in black, going the other way, obviously a Satanist. So they're chatting away, and they're saying, I can't tell you, it's rude. Someone's sitting down here on the right in front of us, having a break. Hola. I waved at him there, imagining he would see me. Though, if all time exists at once, which I think it might, isn't that a thing? Then maybe he felt my wave. I'll get some water into me here while they're talking. I think BK is cracking jokes. He's always laughing. He's saying, an Irishman, an Englishman, and a Scotsman went into a pub. I got that bit at the start, but I missed the rest. Come on, careful with the racist stereotypes, BK. He's telling all out Irish jokes right now. I don't like it. Wherein the Irishman is depicted as a fool. Me no likey. Sorry. That's not me doing a racist stereotype. I know it might sound like it. That's me talking crap, whatever crap comes into my head. I send people pictures sometimes and say, you likey, but I don't really mean it as anything. No doubt when I'm famous, this will come back to haunt me. Oh well. I'll enjoy the fame while it lasts. So, I think he's moving on. Oh, he's still talking. And in the meantime, 2 Peregrinos overtook us there a while ago. So, that's what happens when you stop and talk. BK, that's what happens. So today is Thursday. How am I doing on hard points this week? Not great, I'd say. Good. Well, I've done 18 today. And let's have a look here now. Oh, I've done 75 so far, halfway there. I need to do 150. 75, okay. So I need to do another 75, that's not a problem. My friend Dara listened to he wasn't crazy on my first episodes. Then he listened to one that I did recently, day 54, I think, Slow and Sleepy. And he really liked that. And I thought that was my worst one. Just shows you. I know I was reading this writer talking about writing and you've really bad days and good days. And he said when you look back, you don't always know what were the good days and what were the bad days. That's interesting. I'd say some bad days I would know though. The really bad ones. But overall it's gone well. I wish I was more focused and productive. BK's just chatting away here now to his friend. Who's off camera. Korean woman. And the other peregrinos who overtook us are way in the distance. He slowed down to accommodate his co-walker. That's fine. So, I might go down to 4.7 here. I meant to do a video call with someone at 9. Yeah, I'm going to be cutting it a bit late. Straight after finishing this, I need to have a quick shower though. All good. So, blue skies anyway. Goodbye. Blue skies, goodbye. That's from The Wall, isn't it? By Pink Floyd, I think. God, he's chatting away like nobody's business. He's moved on from the Irish jokes at least. They're discussing quantum physics at the moment. His knowledge isn't bad actually, I have to say. Well done. Now they're laughing about quantum physics. What's going on here? This is weird. Anyway, 22 minutes in. Hope you're all enjoying walking along with me. The road is almost empty again. Put my fan on low, I think. I'm bare-chested right now. Ladies. It's the best when I'm doing this because I get sweaty. Do you get me? Do you follow me? So I've walked 1.8 kilometers. That's good. That is very good though. So, yeah, I'll have hit my hard points by tomorrow. Take the weekend off and then ready to go live on Monday. I think Clubhouse is going to go mega after this Palestinian-Israeli room. Hope it doesn't crash too much. It's not for everyone, but I'm not really into social media, but like I like listening to a room like that I'm definitely not going to participate in because I have nothing to offer. You know, it's really... They try and encourage the people who are not Palestinian or Israeli to ask questions, you know. I would be. If I tried to get up on stage, it would be ridiculous. But they're trying to find people. They have to go through everybody's profile to see who to take up on stage. And there can be 1,200 people in the audience, but of course, they don't all have their hands raised. I don't know how I'm going to get on moderating my own room. My friend Aaron is helping out with the first episode, so that's good. With the pilot on Monday. Interesting to see how it goes. So, I've been going for 24 minutes on this, okay. Whew. And BK, I think, has stopped talking, so maybe he's been slowed down now by his Korean friend. And he's thinking, God, I gotta get away. She's cramping my style. Motherfucker! Coming up to 2 kilometers now. That's good. I'll drop to 4.6 kilometers an hour when we hit 2 kilometers. It's good to be on the treadmill again. I've been so sleepy off the coffee. It's just like after work, today has conked out. From my experience, it takes about 2 weeks actually to get my energy fully back, and then I feel a lot better. So, and really, I kind of either have to stay completely off it after this, or if I go back on it, limit to a cup a day, no more. I know I'm better off it though. Apologies for my sniffles. So, okay, 52 kilometers. I'm down to 4.6 kilometers an hour. I'm sure BK's enjoying the chat. Well, he's going slower now, but if I walk with someone, I usually go faster because on my own, I just go slow. I just get unmotivated. I get too into my head, you know. At least doing it now, I'm speaking the words in my head out loud and just getting them out there. So we're going straight here. There is a lane to the right. Yeah, they're having a laugh. Are you having a laugh? That's the catchphrase from Extras, from one episode of Ricky Gervais. Not his biggest fan, but I like the early stuff. I don't think he's too worried what I think about him. So he has now, BK has left. See lady friend behind. Und ist walking faster. I'm not going to walk faster now. I'm going to be slowing down as we progress. So there. More than halfway through. That's good anyway. That is good. nearly 27 minutes in. Okay. And now we have what looks like cornfields on the left and right, or yellowy kind of anyway. Like, you know, Van Gogh kind of, but not as corny. And blue sky. Pretty flat as far as I can make it out. And yeah, got to do some writing tonight. So did none today, but had a fair bit of work to do. Then a fair bit of sleeping to do. Then now a fair bit of walking. Oh, we got the wind in our ears here. I'm going to turn that down. Oops, turn it down too much. And brightness on full. Okay. Oh, the yellow looks lovely now. The yellow brick road, the blue sky. So, yeah, there we go. 28 minutes. Only 32 to go. Imagine that. So yeah, we're not halfway through, but nearly. It's all good. It's all good, man. Okay. So. Speaking of which, I wonder when the next season of Better Call Saul comes out. Oh, there's something I want to watch on Netflix. Motherland by Sharon Horgan. So, worth keeping it for that, I guess. My friend Kieran tells me it's really good. And we have similar tastes in some things, except for he's into fucking superhero movies. Okay. Tractor coming towards us. Big tractor fan here. Hola! As a regular listener will know, I'm a big tractor fan. Nice big green tractor. Just whizzed on by us, going the other way. So there you go. Sure, you'll have that. And 29 minutes in. Okay. Let's see how we do. Text someone to postpone my Zoom call. Just want to see this once. That was it. Can't do this while walking. I'll do it later. And yeah, coming up to 2.4 kilometers, and I've hit 30 minutes. Okay, That's good. Let's get some water into me. So Clubhouse has certainly got a lot more interesting. It's going to hit the news in a big way, but apparently last September there was a room in which people were just making anti-Semitic comments. That's the downside of free speech. Tricky to get the balance right. Of course, in America, they like to keep the free speech open. Maybe it's better in the long run, I don't know. At least you know where you stand when people say nasty things. I suppose you're like, oh, that's what they're about, okay, steer clear. But that said, social media is propagating an awful lot of crap. All these old anti-Semitic tropes. I don't even know enough about how long that shit's been around, but a long bloody time as far as I can see. Does it go back to pre-Christian times? I don't know. I mean, even in the Old Testament, right? They had no place of their own. Well, that's where the whole, here's a tree rustling in the wind to our right. I mean, the whole Zionist movement is about returning to their own land, isn't it? I learned from the room that most Jews are Zionists in the sense of, according to a poll, in the sense of wanting to have their homeland and, self-determination. But I think there's different definitions of Zionism, but I think that's the purest definition. So they're not all right-wing religious zealots. So they need a solution that's good for both people, obviously. The kind of two-state solution slips further and further away the longer the settlements go on. Sorry, I'm not going into politics there. It's not the place for it. So when we go live, I don't know, I'll have to try and keep the topics more relevant to us, with walking and Camino and spirituality and things. I mean, it will change the nature of the podcast completely. So we'll see. I'll try and get people to sing along the odd time, though. Whoa, whoa, I got a love that keeps me waiting. I'm a lonely boy. I'm a lonely boy. That's the anthem of Camino on a Treadmill. And the love that keeps us waiting is divine love and grace, right? And we're lonely when we're walking the Camino on our own or walking through life on our own. Sometimes. See? It all ties up. So, I'm thinking of dropping my speed, but I might wait a bit. Whew. Fan on high, if it wasn't already. So I'm going 4.6 kilometers an hour. We're heading west, as usual. Sun to our left, which is where we would expect it to be. And I've been walking for nearly 33 and a half minutes. 2.6 kilometers. I'll hit about 4.4 kilometers, I guess, at the end today. Or maybe a bit more. 4.5. 4.6, I don't know. Anyway, I got a love that keeps me waiting. I'm a lonely boy. So, whoa, whoa, I got a love that keeps me waiting. I'm a lonely boy. I'm a lonely boy. Man, I'm behind on editing and uploading episodes. When I do it live, I'll have to just try and do one a day. It's better that way. So, I was glad to have a 2-day break and glad to have the weekend break before going live. I just need to kind of recuperate, not physically, but just sort of mentally, and chill out and recharge a bit. But yeah, it's basically, it's getting me fitter. It has to be. So, I can't complain about that. Not as fit as the Camino. I mean, the Camino was like 100 miles a week, sort of. So, whatever that is in kilometers. It's 800 kilometers divided by 5. 160 kilometers a week. That's what it was. Yeah, that's pretty good going. If I dare say, if I say so myself. So I'm about to hit 2.8 kilometers. Okay, get some water. Okay, I'll wait till I hit 3 kilometers and then I'll drop my speed to 4.5. How does that sound? Got a deal? Yeah, maybe I'll go a bit longer. Been walking for nearly 36 minutes now. Ooh. When will we get to Hornios del Camino? That's what I want to know. Okay, we're going to end up in Hontanas at the end of BK's day 13. That's more than 3 hours away from here. Okay. Bring it on. Oh, I just realised I'd actually like to start on a fresh day for BK, day 14, for my live one. That's going to be a bit tricky though, because I'd have to do this plus like 3 more hours. No, and now this tomorrow and then 2 more days. Oh man. Do that? Oh, let's see. Maybe I will. It would be nice if people want to walk along with me. I mean, if they want to look at the BK's video at the same time. That could get messy though. I mean, anyone who's using Clubhouse, it is an audio-based app anyway, so. Yeah, we'll see. I won't prioritize that. Okay, nearly hitting 3 kilometers any second now. Getting slow and sleepy again. And here we go. 3 kilometers any second now. There we go, 3 kilometers, okay. And well, I've dropped my speed. I'm gonna wait for it. 3.2. That'll be the end of lap. So, here's the bit where interaction will come in handy, right? Yeah, you know what? I'm only doing 1 more day solo after today. That's it, because that's the way I want it. I'm getting tired of the solo ones. You're thinking I'm getting tired. I'm sure you are too. I'm one listener, whoever you are. Hey, hang in there for the interactive. It's going to be good. It's going to be real good. 39 minutes. Okay. Interactive should be good, alright. Just have a little scan of the old hard points. Fun never ends. Okay. Hold on a sec. Oh, I've done 35 today, okay. And let's see what I have to do for the week. I've done 93. 57 hard points to go. Yeah, I mean, by tomorrow, that'll be good. Oh, I meant to sign up for a walking group on Saturday, but no, I think I'll just have my folks out for dinner. haven't been out here in over a year. So, closing in on 3.2 kilometers. Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling. Reminds me of that scene from Goodfellas where Maury starts singing Danny Boy to Jimmy Conway minutes before he's killed by, what's his face? Pesci. What's Pesci's character's name in Goodfellas? God, I can't remember. You think I'm a clown? I'm fucking here to amuse you. Hey, what's so funny about me, huh? Okay, not my best rendition. But, bear with me, little chap. Okay, 3.2. 51. I could stop early today. No, I won't. 3:30. The timer on my on the phone I'm looking at, it used to tell the total duration at the on the right of my screen. Now it's counting down what's left, which is making it harder for me to calculate. Might as well do an hour today. I'm just under pressure for this Zoom call as well, which is a personal Zoom call, but no less important than work. Anyway, been walking for 42 minutes. 18 left. Okay. It's okay, I'm walking here. I got this. Okay. Woo, 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 woo. Wait. I'm a lonely boy. Oh God, for the live version I could do it in 45-minute segments, but no, I just want to get this done by, well, certainly this year. I don't know. The way I'm going, I won't be done till November, but it could be worse. I've no one but myself to blame, as they used to say in school. You know, another one they used to say, which is total bollocks. They'd say you've no one but yourself to blame. No, that one was usually true in my case, but if you were cheating in an exam, they'd say you're only fooling yourself. I'm like, well, no, if I get away with it, I'm fooling you. I'm definitely not fooling myself. Like, I know I'm cheating. Oh, by the way, I never cheated. No, I didn't actually, but I wasn't too pushed about grades. I never studied, never cheated. What can I say? That's the definition of stupid. You should do one or the other. I hope there's no kids listening now. Don't take my advice, but doing neither, is not ideal. But then it depends if you need the grades or not. I've managed. Okay. I got half decent grades. I would have got not really good ones if I actually studied. Oh, says he who doesn't care about them. Ooh, big words. Them's fighting words. Anyway. Let's go as far as, let's see, I'm going to hit 3.6 kilometers, then I'll drop my speed to 4.4. To 4.5 rather. Okay. And time-wise, we got like 15 minutes to go. 15 and a half. Okay. No problemo. I'll do that standing on my head. Well, not quite. It'll be tricky. All these stones on the right are white stones. I think some of them been formed into kind of shapes. People make these little hills and things, little piles that you put the stones on top, etc. Are they the remnants of walls? I don't know. Like freestanding walls. Looks like they could be. I know nothing. Whew. So closing in on 3.6 kilometers an hour. We're all on a lonesome here. I'm a lonely boy. I'm a lonely boy. Woo, 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 woo. Woo, 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 woo. Oh yeah. The anthem of the year. Okay. Any second now we're going to hit 3.6 kilometers. Exciting moment. Whew. And here we go. 3.6. Always changes to time as soon as you hit a lap. It's annoying. Okay, actually it's all white stones on the right. Flat white stones. Wow. Isn't it? That's what it looks like here on the small screen. Okay, let's go down to 4.5 kilometers an hour. And get some water into me. You know, with all this kind of podcasting, I'm sort of forgetting that I am actually essentially redoing the Camino. And I suppose if I did it without the podcasting, well, I might have given up, you see, that there's no incentive, you know, but I could have got into the zone a bit. Anyway, maybe the last 40 ones will be, or the last 42 will be just silent or me breathing. I don't know, probably not. It could be relaxing. Some people say the sound of the treadmill is relaxing. I don't know if people are getting sick of the music. I've been using the same piece, but it's basically free for use, for creative use, so that's why I'm using it. Of course, I would have composed my own piece had I the time. Well, of course. I've got my good friend Tony Hopkins who cobbled something together. Anthony Hopkins does play the piano and did compose, was it a concerto or a symphony or something? Maybe a piano concerto. Here's me, as usual, just hazarding a guess. Stab in the dark. Typical me. So, yellow on the left and right, kind of yellowy in front of us, loads of blue on top. It's just really high blue sky. So, that's because the camera's pointed highish. It feels slower when they do that. If you pointed a little more down to the road, you get more of a sense of movement, but that's okay. Yeah, it's just stones on the right. Stony fields, stony grey soil. Stony white soil, more like it. I said, paraphrasing Patrick Kavanagh. Always like to get a cultural reference in there, so they sound intelligent. 12 minutes to go, okay. I got this. I'm going out there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait. 306 left. Okay. Interesting. So we're walking for 49 minutes, 11 to go. And when I hit 4 kilometers, it's just soon enough, drop my speed to 4.4. How does that sound? Whew. So yeah, definitely finally running out of things to say. The last few episodes I've been slowing down, but then I get an episode sometimes where I'm suddenly like, just my brain is going whoop. I think the fact I'm off the caffeine now can't help. I mean, if I suddenly drank a cup of coffee tomorrow and did one, I'd be like, woo, high as a kite. I just can't go down that road again. Sounds like I'm talking about crack cocaine or something. In some ways it is. My coffee is my crack cocaine. I could always handle the crack, but the coffee is just too much, you know? It's 3.9 kilometers an hour. Or kilometers distance. I'm on 4.5 kilometers an hour. Walking for 50 minutes. Coming up close to 4 kilometers. What's that in miles? 3-ish. Isn't it? Whatever. Who cares? We are Europeans. We're all Europeans here. We don't care about your miles. You can shove them up your bollocks for all I care. Just stop it now. Hands, watch your language. So, maybe I'll go for a Mr. Motivator approach on the live Camino. I don't know. No, I would like to go for something that's a little mindful. So, I don't know. But if there's some mindful types in the audience and they join in, they might just take it up. There's enough of that stuff out there. I want a bit of an edge. So I probably will smoke some meth or crack before doing it. I find that helps. Could you imagine? That would be a totally different show. No, I won't be smoking nothing. I don't do weed or any of that shit now. And I never did crack. I've seen crack pipes. It's about as close as I got. Never smoked it. A lot of that in Vancouver, well, more meth, I think, than crack. So I'm now, at 4.4 kilometers an hour. And just about a little over 8 minutes to go. Let's get some water into me. Okay. 8 minutes to go. On BK's day 13, I have 3 hours and 3 minutes to go. Interesting. Okay, no problem. I'll do that standing on my head. Okay. Yeah, if you're interested in Clubhouse, you're interested in Israel, Palestine. Well, of course, I don't know when you're listening to this, but do go to check out the live room. Israelis and Palestinians. Yeah, life is good. I feel like going a bit slower, but I'm sort of greedy for those hard points. The earlier in the week I can clock them up, the better I feel. But I'm doing good. So let's see what we're doing here. Okay, 53 minutes walking. Coming up to 4.4, I guess, distance. No, it can't be, can it? 4.2, yeah, what about 4.2 kilometers shortly, presently. Just a little under 7 minutes left. And doesn't look like we'll overtake anyone else at this stage. Those guys just disappeared into the horizon. They gone, motherfucker. They so gone. Oh yeah. Booyah. Okay, about to hit 4.2. Woohoo! 4.2 kilometers. And I could drop my speed, but I probably won't. 6 minutes to go. I'm just going to drop my speed when I hit 4.4 kilometers. That's how things are shaping up, it would appear. So, yeah. Running on empty here, walking on empty. So, one more day of solo after today, and then it's interactive. And here is your host, Mr. James Finlan. With guest host, Erin Butler. She's got a good name for broadcasting because her name, you got Erin Burnett and then Erin Butler. Butler is an anagram of Burnett. I'll spring that on her live on Monday, see how she reacts. I'm a fan of Erin Burnett, I have to say. Fan of CNN in general, but it was great to get into that room. Listen to real Israelis and Palestinians talking. That knocks the socks off any mainstream news channel, to be honest. Still, CNN don't run fast and loose with the facts. Unlike some other channels, not a million miles away, well, actually, ideologically quite a few miles away. Oh, James, you're such a ticket. You're such a card. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm a lonely boy. I'm a lonely boy. I see you do different people along the way on my live one, come up with different songs to sing. Of course, it could just be me in an empty room on Clubhouse. That's okay. If you want to roll like that, if that's how it goes, I'm like, bring it on. Slightly embarrassing, but let's see. I doubt it. Somehow. A lot of people will be on at that time on the East Coast, I think. Coming up to 4.4 kilometers there. At which point I'll start tapering the old speed. And then I've less than, I have about 3 minutes to go, 3.5-ish. Okay, no problemo. Okay, we've hit 4.4 kilometers. So let's drop my speed to 4.3. And we've got just slightly over 3 minutes to go. Na 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 na. I'm a lonely boy. I'm a lonely boy. So yeah, coming to the end. One more hour of solo after today. And then everything changes. We move into season 2 at 8 Eastern, Monday to Friday, with James Finlan and Aaron Butner. Aaron Burnett. I don't think so, not yet. When I go mega, I'll fire Aaron and replace it with Aaron Burnett. How about that? Oops, I shouldn't have said that out loud. Erin's just, she's not committing to anything other than the pilot. I think I'd have different co-hosts, you know. That's the way to go. So, it'd be nice to have a few people who commit, and I might give them moderator status, and that would help a lot. They'd all have to be walking or moving in some form or another. My friend Anthony, in fact, is moving from Brooklyn into, I think, somewhere in Manhattan. And he's like near Prospect Park at the moment. But they sold their place. I must get the details. And moving into Manhattan was the plan. So, and getting a rowing machine there. So he'll be on from the rowing machine. I believe that when I see it, or when I hear it, so to speak. So yeah, we've got like just a minute and a half to go or something. Thereabouts. Yeah, a minute and a half. Okay. No problemo. And start dropping my speed shortly. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. I'm a lonely boy. Yeah, drop off to 4.1. So, thanks for walking with me. Hope some of you will join me on the live edition on courtesy of Clubhouse. Seem to be picking the right time. Clubhouse is really heating up now, I think. Although that's just a kind of glitch. The Palestinian-Israeli thing, how do you top that? There's so many vacuous rooms on it, but this is like, whoa. Whatever the opposite of vacuous is. Profound, deep, meaningful, etc. So, yeah. There you go. Only got 30 seconds to go. And, let's see. I suppose I should drop my speed to 4 kilometers an hour. Getting ready to stop. Okay, get some more water. So thanks for walking with me. Hope to see you Monday 24th, 8 a.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Irish time. where you can walk the Camino alongside me. Sound good? Yep. Sound good. Okay, I've hit 4 hours. Thank you, God bless Buen Camino. And I shall see you tomorrow, God willing, for the final solo session.